Greetings, fellow traders. Bubba here. It's time for the Lunchtime Market Update for Monday, March the 8th, 2021. I hope everybody's having a great trading day today. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, let's check and see where we are with the market here today. So SPX up 26 points here. Green month so far as things really kind of changed composure, right? We started out today with a red doji month, but now we're turning green here into a spinning top. Inside month so far, we're going to see if we can get a nice little reversal here off of this weekly doji. And the daily chart basically getting some nice follow through. We're back over the ADMA, but it's done this before, right? We've got over the ADMA here. We kind of tagged it like we did yesterday or on Friday, and then we got some follow through the upside, and then things pulled back, right? So we really need to make sure that we get some good volume coming in here, and and get that follow through the upside. Again, we had a nice crab harmonic pattern working its way up. Two things too, right? This one that closed over the ADMA, declining volume. This one over the ADMA here, let's see what kind of volume we get here going into the day. It's not like super duper aggressive buying, but there is some upside activity today. Like I said, we had a crab harmonic going in today, which was pretty cool. S&P futures again getting some follow through here today too. Again, we could also check this one for the volume to see what kind of volume we get here into the end of the day as well. Definitely looking pretty good right here. We're back over the overnight highs again, but tapering volume here all day, right? So what we do is one of the things we look at is on the 5-minute charts. We look for what kind of strength we have by looking at the volume. We only have 12,000 contracts here so far. I mean, a couple of these are 16,000 contracts. We like to see over 25,000 contracts, right, after the 5-minute chart after 10 o'clock to see if this thing is really going, right? And so it's good. I mean, we're getting some nice moves, right? We're definitely seeing some good stuff, but just kind of is what it is right now with the volume. So let's see how it goes if we kind of grind here through the lunchtime hours. So another push here, MES again. We held the geometric line through this morning, right? Nice little retraces right here. Kind of had this 1-2-1-2 type move. So again, let's see if we can get any follow through here as we get above the 15 orb. Let's take with the Qs this morning. Again, the tech tantrum is what they've been calling it. It makes sense, right? I mean, it really does look like it's throwing a temper tantrum here. It is holding its geometric level that we provided in the bubble report this morning for our members, right? And so as long as it continues to hold here, right, again, it could get constructive, but if we break down below here, we could start to see the pre-market lows and Friday's lows. So a little bit of caution there just in case any selling comes in here at the end of the day. IWM is hanging up here pretty nicely right here and still holding its geometric line throughout the day. So that's a good thing, and we'll see if that continues to hold. Again, the airlines had some strange relative strength here today too, so helping the IWM a little bit there. And the XLF, again, generally pretty strong right here, thanks to names like Berkshire Hathaway and a couple of the credit card names, MasterCard, stuff like that, keeping the XLF up. As long as the financials stay strong, right, as go the banks, so go the market. So again, we see the S&P futures up, about 30 points right here, and the XLF is up here. So imagine that. So good stuff there on those names. So other than that, guys, the tech tantrum continues, right? So we've got Apple, again, was gapping down this morning. It looked like it was going to fade that gap this morning, then a quick reversal here to the downside here for some, for a nice 15-hour breakdown there today. Tesla got really tight here today. We pointed out this triangle in the group, and we actually had a nice breakout candle right here, a breakdown candle right here that was good for a few points. Quick retrace here to test the triangle, and then back down to the 15 orb low on that one for a nice move on Tesla. So good stuff there. A couple members have been pointing out some other good ones too. So relative strength in Pfizer. Again, they're going to be meeting with the White House this week, so that's been getting a little bit of move. MO, this one's had some relative strength right here. Again, a lot of these kind of high dividend names have been pretty strong recently. And another one that gave us some relative strength this morning was RKT with a breakout this morning. Kind of chopping around right now. But look at this. Increased volume here over the 15 orb, right? And over the pre-market levels. One of our members pointed this out in the live stream this morning. And I didn't trade this one. I wanted to. But I was looking at the... if you guys get a chance, if you haven't traded Rocket today, look at the options contracts. They have this really funky, 0.39, 0.89 strikes, and I was like, what's going on here? But I think a lot of that has to do with its dividend. They did a special dividend here, and again, don't forget, guys, Rocket had they crushed their earnings report and have had epic loans, applications, and all that stuff. So not surprised to see it spike to the upside. And we had this on our bullish radar going into today from the bubble report. So a nice move right there, but very interesting with those options. It kept me out of it because I didn't understand what was going on, and then once I figured out the dividend was affecting those pricing, then it's like, okay, well, anyway, good stuff. But I think some folks caught that, so good job there on the RKT. So a couple of requests out there. Let's check these out here on the daily chart. Let's go to Chewy. Looks like it's pulling back here. Inside day right now. Let's see how it holds. We're in this this lower candle range right here. So see how it sets up at the end of the day, what kind of volume comes in on this inside day. And we may still see some downside follow through, may work its way down to the 200-day moving average. Fubo, again, same thing inside day here below the 80 MA, so obviously leaning a little bit bearish here until proven otherwise. Neo, same thing as well, right? So it is holding a larger geometric line. There was some call activity on Friday on this one, but a lot of it was Friday's calls. There's a little bit this week for this week's, but again, we bounced off of this geometric line right here. We have an inside day, so it may come back and retest it again, and then try to go from there. Or who knows? Maybe the big money's looking for a way to get out of this one. SPCE, again, that bounced off of the 200-day moving average last week. It's got an inside day here as well. Zoom. Still struggling here, guys. I mean, incredible stuff right here. Below the 200-day moving average, inside day at the lows, down 13 points here today. Wow. If it goes in the inside day and takes that one down, we got some levels down here in like the 275 area for Zoom. I mean, kind of interesting to see some of these prices come back to a little bit of reality here. PLTR, again, still below the 80 MA here. Again, big lower. We had a lot of hammers on Friday, and some of them, you consider like hanging man type pictures, but again, hanging man typically at the top of a trend for a reversal. But still below the 80 MA right here, guys, and it is possible that we still see some continued downside in this one. So again, it's I'd like to see you get over the 80 MA and get over the downward trend line first before getting too excited about it. Snow, again, some follow through the downside here. Also an inside day, down 14 points on this one. Microsoft was green for a little bit here today after its hacking news. Looking like a little bit of a tweezer top here today off of the 80 MA. So it's getting kind of tight. See, I don't know, see if they come out and somehow are able to fix all the email issues that they had over the weekend. GM, look at this one with some nice follow through the upside. Again, names like Ford, General Motors, good strength here today. More volume would be great. It's got some work to do to get above the recent highs. If you can't get over those recent highs, you might see a triple top right here, so a little bit of caution with that. So hopefully you can get above that with some increasing volume. So definitely want to keep an eye on there. BLNK, again, a lot of these names were down this morning and then gave a little bit of a push, and now we got an upper shadow again under the 80 MA. So again, until things really can start to shift back over these moving averages, right? It's kind of just blah, and we're under the cloud here too on BLNK. And CLOV, trust the process, right? How's that process? What kind of process are we trusting right here? The one that we're below the 80 MA for weeks? Okay, so a couple cool things right here. We do have a potential bullish crab pattern. One of our members pointed out this weekend in the Discord, and it gave us a hammer off the 224. That's the first potential extension of a crab pattern. The next one brings it all the way down to the 3.618, which brings it down to $1. So that's a possibility here too. Again, let's wait. Let's see if we can get over the 80 MA. See if things wants to get strong and get going again. Otherwise, trust this process. That would be rough, and then it's blah, and it's done at $1. Goodness gracious. Anyway, so a little bit of caution with that one too. So keep an eye on it. See if we can get over the 80 MA. See if we can get some volume on it, and maybe push its way up to the 50-day if it can set up. So good stuff, guys. I appreciate the request. I hope everybody has an awesome rest of your trading day today. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game, and we'll talk to you guys soon.